Hello, good morning students. Myself Jyoti Saroj. Welcome you all to the virtual session of Human Body and Organ System. This is the third module of this chapter. So student, let's begin with this. Students, I want you to open page number 79 of your textbook. So, the learning objective for this module is components of blood, that is plasma and blood cells. So, let's begin. Student, blood circulation through heart and functioning of heart. Process of pumping the blood towards various parts of the body and bringing it back towards the heart is called as blood circulation. So as to maintain the continuity in circulation, heart alternately contracts and relaxes. Consecutive single contraction and relaxation of heart constitute a single heartbeat. Now we will start with the blood. As you all know, blood is a red colored fluid material. It is a fluid connective tissue. The oxygenated blood is deep red colored, salty in taste, and its pH is about 7.4. Blood is composed of mainly two components. Blood is composed mainly of two components, plasma and blood cells. So let's learn these two components of blood in detail. Plasma. Plasma is a pale yellow color and clear and slightly alkaline fluid. It contains 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% proteins and 1 to 2% inorganic salts and other components. Now blood cells. First is red blood corpuscles, that is RBC. Pale yellow plasma is pale yellow, clear and slightly alkaline fluid. It contains 90 to 92% water, 6 to 8% proteins, 1 to 2% inorganic salts and other components. Now here you can see the blood. So upper will be plasma 55% and down will be formed elements. So that is 45%. Now we had learned about plasma, but it contains of protein 7%, and in that protein there is three types of protein generally: albumin 58%, globulins 38% and fibrinogen 4%. Now albumin, the function of it is to distribute the water all over the body. Globulin is used for protection, and fibrinogen and prothrombin help in blood clotting processes. Blood cells. It consists of red blood corpuscles, that is RBC, white blood cells, that is WBC, and platelets. Red blood corpuscles. Now we will see about red blood corpuscles, that is RBC. They are small circular enucleated cells. These cells appear red due to hemoglobin. Oxygen dissolved in blood due to hemoglobin. 50 to 60 lakh RBCs are present in each cubic millimeter of blood. RBCs are produced in red bone marrow and live for about 100 to 127 days. Next is white blood cells, that is WBC. These are large, nucleated and colorless cells. 5,000 to 10,000 WBCs are present per millimeter cube of blood. They are produced in red bone marrow. They act as a soldiers in our body. 5 types of WBCs are there, that is white blood, cells: neutrophil, eosinophil, basophil, monocyte and lymphocyte. Next is platelets. These are extremely small and disc shaped. 2.5 to 4 lakh platelets are present per millimeter of blood. Function of platelet is to participate in blood clotting processes. So basically, blood is made up of RBC, WBC and platelets. Now we will be discussing about functions of blood. First function is to transport of gases. Oxygen is carried through blood from lungs to cell in various parts of body, and carbon dioxide from tissues to lungs, and after onwards carbon dioxide is thrown out of the body. Next is transport of nutrients. Simple nutrients like glucose, amino acids, fatty acids are taken up by blood from wall of alimentary canal and transported up to each cell in the body. Next is transport of waste materials. Nitrogenous waste like ammonia, urea, creatinine are released by tissues into blood, which carries those to kidney for excretion. Next function is protection. Antibodies are produced in the blood and they protect the body from microbes and other harmful particles. Transport of enzymes and hormones. Blood transport the enzymes and hormones from the site of their production to the site of their actions. Next is thermoregulation. Body temperature is maintained constant at 37 degrees Celsius by vasodilation and vasoconstriction. Maintaining the balance of minerals like sodium, potassium in the body. If bleeding occurs at the injury, platelets and a protein called fibrinogen of the blood form a clot and seal the injury. Now we will be learning about human blood groups. Depending upon the proteins like antigens and antibodies, different blood groups are formed. There are 4 main groups of human blood as A, B, AB and O. Besides, there are 2 types as Rh negative and Rh positive of each of those 4 groups. है ना? A positive, A negative, AB positive, AB negative करके blood होता है ना? Right? Thus, in all 8 blood groups are formed. Example, ARH positive and ARH negative. We usually don't use RH. Instead, we use positive and negative. Now, next is blood donation. If a person meets an accident, bleeding occurs through wounds. Many times, blood transfusion is necessary during the surgical operation. Similarly, blood is transfused in case of patients of anemia. Anemia means blood की कमी. Thalassemia, cancer too. Blood transfusion is carried out to compensate the blood shortage in body. This is called as blood transfusion. So student, from where the blood is supplied for blood transfusion? Yes, from blood banks, blood donor and blood recipient. So let us see about blood banks. Blood is collected in blood banks by specific method from the healthy persons and supplied to the needful persons. If the collected blood is not to be used immediately, it can be stored for some days in refrigerator. Next is blood donor. Person who donates the blood is referred as blood donor. Then last one is blood recipient. Person who receives the blood is referred as recipient. Person of the blood group O can donate blood group, whereas the person with AB can donate the blood to the person having any other blood group. O can donate the blood to any of the person having any blood group, whereas person with AB blood group can receive the blood from the person with any other blood group. Hence, person of blood group O is called as universal donor, and the person with blood group AB is called as universal recipient. Next is blood pressure. Blood is continuously kept flowing through blood vessels due to contraction relaxation of the heart. Due to contraction of the heart, pressure is exerted on the wall of the arteries and it is called as a blood pressure. Proper blood pressure is necessary to supply the blood in all parts of the body. Pressure recorded during the contraction of heart is called as systolic pressure, and that one recorded during relaxation is called as diastolic pressure. Blood pressure of a healthy person is about 120 to 80 mm to 139 to 89 mm of Hg. It is measured with the help of sphygmomanometer. Next is hypertension, that is high blood pressure. High blood pressure than the normal is referred as hypertension. In arteries of the person with hypertension, unnecessary tension develops. Heart needs to perform more function than the normal condition in case of hypertension. Both systolic and diastolic pressure are high in hypertension. Now, as you can see here, type normal blood pressure in systolic pressure should be 90 to 119 millimeter. Diastolic pressure should be 60 to 79 mm. Primary hypertension will be 120 to 139 mm in systolic, and in diastolic will be 80 to 89 mm. Then hypertension stage 1, 140 to 159 mm, and diastolic will be 90 to 99 mm. Then hypertension stage 2 will be greater than 160 mm, and diastolic will be greater than 100 mm. Now student, always remember blood production occurs continuously in our body. About 350 ml of blood is collected from a person during donation, and our body restores the fluid part of it within 24 hours. Pregnant and breastfeeding women cannot donate the blood. There is no trouble during or after the blood donation. 1st October is observed as National Voluntary Blood Donation Day. Healthy person of age more than 18 years can donate the blood for 3 to 4 times in a year. Student, now I want you to do a small assignment based on this module. Human blood is red colored. Explain this with reason. Blood donation is considered to be the superior of all donations. Person with O blood group is considered as universal donor. Explain the structure and function of human blood. Which health parameters of blood donors should be checked? Student, so here we had completed with our chapter. In next upcoming video, we are going to start with a new and interesting topic. I hope student you had understood this chapter thoroughly. Any doubt is there, you can ask me in the group. Till then student, take care. Thank you.
क्या बोलो, क्या कर रहे हो खाने का?